I'm back, and the very first thing I want to share with you guys was my 2018 bullet journal setup. I did it in a Nuna this year, so I've got some things to say about that. I do plan to cover what I think of the Nuna and how hard it was to switch from Leuchtturm to a Nuna in a different video, but I will share kind of some of my thoughts in this one and show you guys how I set up, because I kind of took a different approach this year, and maybe it can help somebody else. So we'll jump right in and I will show you what I've done so far. So this is my Nuna. I've had this for a while. I just didn't know what to use it for, so I decided to use it for 2018. I bought this directly from the Nuna website and had to have it shipped internationally. It's a leather kind of cover. It's really nice. It feels really nice. My biggest complaint is that I do a lot of writing and doodling on the couch, and this cover is soft, which makes it hard because all the pages bend and it's really difficult. But I'm managing to make it work. So let's get into this and we'll go over some of the things I have. I've left room. I haven't made it yet because it's never my biggest priority, but I left room in the front for a couple pages for my index. And then we get into my future log. This has a huge story behind it. There's washi tape all over it. I did this on live video on Instagram and it didn't turn out. So I covered it in washi tape and we're gonna roll with it. So this is kind of my year at a glance. I have highlighted important dates and then I will write in those dates on this side. Next, we'll get into my annual goals. I watercolored this page and then wrote over it, and these are just gonna be just kind of like standard generic goals. They do have to do with certain things in my life, whether it be fitness or my blog or my business, but these are like my big annual goals. And then I have my master list, which is things that are really important that I absolutely have to get done this year no matter what. Right now I have my daughter's vaccines and then enroll my oldest in kindergarten, and then I just kind of add to it throughout the year. I'm always looking at that page to know what I have to do. My next page, I haven't filled this in yet. I haven't decided what it's going to be. I really liked the layout. I started doodling it and then I just kind of gave up. But I might turn it into like an 18 in 18. I'm not really sure. Okay, so now we get into where I kind of did something different this year. I sectioned my journal off into different parts. So the first part is my general planning. So this is like where all my monthly spreads will be, and weeklies and dailies and habit trackers. And then I sectioned it off into things that are important to me and that I'm really focusing on this year. So then I have a section for blog and my business. I have a section for personal. So this is going to be family and home stuff. It's just kind of stuff that doesn't fit into the other categories but isn't daily planning, I guess. And then my last section is health and fitness. Yes, I know I spelled that wrong. I don't care, I'm rolling with it. So I'm really focusing on my health and fitness this year. So that had to be included also, and I wanted a whole section. And I just kind of estimated how many pages I would need for this. So for my day-to-day planning, I left myself 139, and I usually go through a notebook about every 6 months. So I just kind of factored that in and tried to like make estimates on how much I really thought that I would use in each section, because then these sections are probably only like 30 pages or so. This starts on 140 and ends on 180, so 40 pages. Okay, so we'll go back here and I'm gonna actually flip ahead and then I'll show you guys my January spread. So under blog and business, my very first 2 pages are blog stats. So this is my audience, things that my views and followers on different social media channels, and then into income. So this is just this is my way of seeing how I'm growing or how everything's performing. Blog post ideas, and hopefully I will use this in previous notebooks. I haven't always used my post ideas spread. They end up in other places on post-it notes and in random notebooks or on a little sticky note on my desktop on my Mac, but hopefully I will actually use this. Let's see, the next page, I can't really show you, you can kind of see. I'm designing an e-course, so this is my checklist for my e-course, and then this page is just another income page, and it's more of a visual than the other one's data-based. I need something that's visual sometimes to just see, so this is growth with income throughout the year. And I did these for a whole year, even though my notebook only lasts 6 months. I don't know. I should probably rethink that when I do that, but because usually I'll end up in June and then the rest of this is left blank because I just migrate it into my new notebook. So this is that, and then that is the end of blog and business so far. And then we get into personal, and I have probably the most important thing in my personal is going to be my budget. So I have at the top, I have income and I have projected and actual. My fiance makes pretty much the same amount, but I just wanted to include him in there. My income varies because I work solely from home. It varies month to month. And then I have all of my bills, the due date, the amount. Like I said, I only did this one for 6 months, and a lot of this stuff will changes. Then I have expenses, and for expenses I just have food and fuel. And then my total bills plus total expenses equals my total obligation. And then some of these are my financial goals to kind of remind me why I'm sticking to a budget. And then this page is where I'm going to fill in what I need to do more of financially and what I need to do less of. Like go to Ulta, go to Victoria's Secret, shop on Amazon. That will all be on this column. So after that, I have my wish list, which is a bit ambitious, but I just kind of am writing down the things that I really want. So I want an iMac this year. I have a MacBook, but I would really like an iMac. This one's not very ambitious, but I really want the twin tone markers, an iPad Pro for my business, the William Hanna notebooks. If you haven't seen them, they are stunning, but they're also pretty pricey. I live in Montana, so I want a snowboard setup, the Workbox 3.0, and of course, my dream, the 2018 Range Rover. This page was something that I did ahead of time and I shouldn't have. I was just screwing around. I got watercolors and I've never really used watercolors, so I was just dinking off. So it went under the personal section. And then I will be filling out this page further, but I really wanted to list my qualities of the Myers-Briggs personality type. I am the protagonist, the ENFJ. So it kind of gives me an idea of my strengths and weaknesses, and I hope to be able to look at those and then better decide how to approach my goals for the year. And then we'll flip back to health and fitness. And the very first page is my body tracker. That's what I call it because it's a weight and measurements tracker. So throughout the month, I haven't wrote my numbers in here yet just because I'm going to wait and see what my weight's at in January to decide how I want to lay this out. But on the first of every month, I will add a dot on the chart where my weight is. And then every other month, I'll take measurements. I didn't want to do measurements every month because they take a little longer to change sometimes. This page, again, I started and I haven't finished, but I think what I want to turn this into is like you've probably seen year in pixels spreads. I want to do like a year in exercise because I do a lot of different workouts. I do HIIT, I do strength, I do yoga, I do dance, I do all kinds of things. So I would like to turn this into a year in exercise and see what I do the most of, or what I just want to track my exercise. I think it'd be kind of cool. This was a quote that, I don't know if it's really a quote, I made this up, but I put this in here just as a reminder, and it says, I promise to love my body and respect myself. I will be kind with my words and patient with my expectations. I promise to take care of me. And for me as a mom, this is really important because I often find myself just taking care of other people. The next page is Operation Wedding Body, and I'm getting married in July, so I've got to like crack down. So this is kind of going to be my rules for what I hope to do to stay on track. And then the next page is the last page in this so far, and it's Year of Healthy Challenges. So the idea here is that there are 12 monthly challenges, and I will pick one towards the end of each month. So for December, I already picked one, and January is going to be no cheat days. And then I made a little tiny mini calendar of that month, and I will, like a habit tracker, I will hatch off the days that I actually stick to my plan, and then at the end of the month I'll put like a percentage or a ratio of how well I did in this box. So each month I'll be able to pick it. It's not in any specific order, but I love this. I think it's great fun, and I'm all about challenges. So this was my newest idea, and I can't wait to do it. So now we'll go back to my planning pages, my actual planning pages, so I can show you my January setup, well, what I have so far. For January so far, all I've got is my month at a glance page, and I decided not to do a big calendar because I don't ever end up using all that space because I don't have that much going on, honestly, that I is big enough in advance enough to write it down. So for January, I just have the header, the calendar, I dropped some water on my page, and then this says dates. So the 3rd is my 27th birthday. I'm not really sure I want to share that. It's my 21st. That says 21st. And then the 13th is a special ski day up at the ski resort. And then on this page is my habit tracker. And in the Nuna, it's really small. This is one of the things that kind of drives me nuts. In like a Leuchtturm, your habit tracker with 31 days would take up like the whole page. In this is the extent of your habit tracker for 31 days, unless you want to go like a square and a half, which is hard to measure out. So I'm just leaving it like this. I mean, it's cute, it's dainty. I will figure it out as time goes on. It's just harder getting used to with the little tiny spacing. So I have my habit tracker, and I have workout, yoga, track calories, blog post, blog Instagram, an order, intimate, no sweets, all rings closed, that's for my Apple Watch, planning time, I need to make sure that I'm actually spending time planning every day, and then coursework, working on my e-course that I am designing, and then down here I have my mood and my energy, and I will just rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 and use 2 different colors to track that. And so for January, that's all I have done. I have 2 days until January, and I'm not even done. So on this page, I will be putting a gratitude log. I was not using them for a while, but I really want to get back to it. I think that it's a great thing for people to do, and I think it's good for me to do. I think it really makes me realize how many good things there are in a day. So this will be my gratitude log. I don't know if I'll do anything else really, but then I might leave this page blank or doodle on it, and then start my first weekly here, which begins in 2 days. So that is it for my 2018 setup. I don't have a lot of pages done. I have had a lot of time. I work from home. This is part of my job, and I still don't have a lot of pages done. So just remember, it's not a race. You don't have to have it all done. If you are in the same boat as me and you have pages that still look like this and have pencil and pen and don't have a header, it's okay. You'll get to them when you get to them. You know, prioritize, do your task lists and your habit trackers first, and then work on the fun stuff. So anyways, yep, that is 2018 in my Nuna. So I will see you guys next time, and have a happy new year.